Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of the Cocodona Training Series. Pretty cold. It's about 30 degrees this morning. We're loaded up with water. Got the packing list in the back, and also got the poles out on the Solomon belt. And obviously got some tights on too. Let's check out the creek this morning. Got a lot of rain the past couple days. Actually, it just pretty much rained all week, so creek should be flowing nice. You can see these off in the distance, obviously shining off the headlamp. I don't know exactly what they are. Property of Wild Terrain Navigation. Here's the first little climb of the day here. And yeah, it's pretty muddy out here. Shoved my shoe into a good sized mud hole. Can see the moon off in the distance here. And then get a good shot of it. Pretty bright. It can get quite difficult finding a trail out here with all these leaves. I mean, obviously, yeah, there's some trail markers, but they're few and far between out here. So, kind of just following the leaves as they're matted down a lot where people were trucking through. So yeah, I already took like kind of like a little bit of a wrong turn even though I know this place so well. So just can't get complacent. I'll record a little bit more once the sun gets up. Been hitting some roots especially with all these leaves out, you know, it's kind of harder to see, so I'll record more once I get more visual out here. There's another one of those markers. It's got to be about the 5th one I've seen so far. And of course, we're wearing the Saucony Exodus Ultras again. And there's another one. It's going to be a beautiful fall day here in Wisconsin. And got my banana out here on the trail, incorporating more real food on all of these long runs. So starting off easy with bananas and apples on top of my other nutrition, and then we're on another climb. But I'm also excited to announce that I have my first training supported ultra for Cocodona scheduled, so that was a mouthful. Pretty much I'm doing an ultra as a training run. It's the Frigid Fox again. That is January 13th, 2024. So we're a few months out, but we're using this strictly as a training run for Cocodona. So don't expect me to push the pace or anything like that. Now, last year, I ran the race, and I had some major IT band issues. I ended up taking 6th place, but looking to improve my time, because towards, I'd say about 30 miles into the race, I was really kind of in the pain cave with that IT band syndrome flaring up. So hopefully going into this one healthy and no issues. So really looking forward to running the Frigid Fox again. It's a great race. I recommend anybody in Wisconsin to run it. It's only $59 right now. I believe the price goes up November 25th. So get it in now if you can. But that's the plan right now, is to do Frigid Fox as a supported training run in the winter. So probably be a lot of snow, but I will document that race as well, like I did last year. Now, I also want to make note of, you know, some of the podcasts I've been listening to about Cocodona is they talk about some sections that are just really rocky. So, you know, there's not much rocky terrain here in Wisconsin. So what I'm thinking about doing is running on the sides of these railroad tracks for some long runs, just so I can get used to that loose rock, because Granted, this rock isn't very loose, but I can kind of condition my feet for that movement underneath. So I do plan to do that on some of my long runs. I need to remember that I need to be able to still run on concrete during this race, because you do go through some major cities or small towns, whatever it may be. Either way, it's concrete, right? So I did a lot of road running. Once I get into my higher mileage, I will actually split that week's mileage by what I can expect at Cocodona. So if it's 40% trail, I'll run 40% trail that week. But granted, the long runs will always be on trail. Wow, it's really flowing. But yeah, all long runs always on trails, whether it's crushed limestone, dirt, or really rocky terrain. I'll always be out here doing that. But I would like to break the mileage up. So anyway, let's get back to what I was talking about. This week, we're running about 32 miles. So we have that good base built. I'm going to do one more week of base building to bring me up to around 35 miles. And then I'm going to start incorporating those lactate threshold runs, some intervals, things like that. They won't be longer runs, and my intensity is going to be increased. So we'll bring our long runs a little bit down on intensity. Not that I'm really pushing it too much. Like I said, I want to keep my heart rate below 140 for these long runs. It's a lot of walking, and just kind of feeling good. So I want to finish these long runs and not be fatigued at all. Granted, I'm only doing 10 miles, so it's really nothing too crazy. But I mean, this 10 mile will probably take me a little bit over 2 hours. So, but that's this week's mileage. And obviously I'm strength training 3 times a week, focusing a lot on glute strength, hip mobility, doing a lot of bridges, clamshells, things like that, squats, just body weight though, or a band. So, but building up that strength, as I get closer to Cocodona, it's just going to help me more. And the pack has been feeling lighter each week. I'm just down to a liter right now with water. So it didn't bring out 2 liters or anything like that this week. But that's okay, because I still have the full packing list besides the water filled. So, yeah, so that's kind of how the training is going this week. If anyone that is watching has ran a 200 miler, would it make sense for me to buy a pair of shoes that are a half size up? Now, my feet really don't swell too bad in a 100 mile. Now, granted, my hydration and electrolytes are all good, because we know our extremities can definitely swell if they're out of whack. But I'm just wondering if it would make sense for me to purchase a pair half size up and just have it there in case I need it, if my feet do really swell up. So any advice would be great. I'm just kind of worried about my feet swelling beyond 100 miles. So if anyone has any advice on that, please tune in, or please just drop a message or a comment and let me know. And a lot of the trees are bare already back here. Obviously you can see up in the crust there we have a lot of colors, and over on this side too, quite a few different colors. It's really beautiful back here. See what the creek looks like here. I think I might do the crossing. Oh, the sun's really coming up now. I'm just about 7 miles in. So I do get the brunt of my training under headlamp in the morning, which I prefer. I like to see less people on the trail, and I like to have it all to myself. I don't know. I just feel at peace out here when I'm not bumping into a lot of people. Alright, well, it's a bright and really sunny morning now, which is nice because it's been a gloomy week, so it's nice to kind of get that bright light exposure this morning. But that's going to wrap it up for episode 3 of the Cocodona Training Series. And just wanted to update you on the training, how it's going so far, and the ups and downs of training for a 250. Now, there's not much content out there of someone training, the full 7 months or 6 months for a 200 mile. So I would really like to provide people here a good, a good base of what I'm doing personally, and maybe some things that you can incorporate in your training if you do plan to do a race like this. It's a big undertaking, and it's more than just running. It's going to be a mental battle to succeed, but that is the goal, is to not quit and prepare. You can never be too prepared for something like this. You're taking on a big mission. So anyway, if you're new here, hope to see you here again. Hope to see you. Maybe subscribe, leave a comment, respond to everybody. So have a great weekend and keep that training going. Whether you're training for a 5K, half marathon, 50K, whatever it may be, 200 mile, keep it going. And if anything, I believe in you. See you later.